You're listening to the Valley Labor Report with David Story and Jacob Morrison.
Put it there, boy, and we'll show these fascists what a couple of hillbillies can do.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Valley Labor Report. My name is Jacob Morrison, here with my co-host David Story. If you would like to give us a call, the phone number is 1-866-494-9866. We got a tweet from David, said... So silly. David said, right to work keeps oppressive unions from mandating its terms onto the entire workforce. Unions don't care about the workers, the customer, the product, the company, or the stockholders. They only care about enriching themselves and increasing their own power. I mean, this is just like it's silly, right? It's silly because so there are a couple things to know about right to work, and the fact that and the people who are pushing it constantly rail on freeloaders, specifically with regards to undocumented immigrants. They hate people who they ostensibly hate when people take advantage of benefits that they did not pay into. When you are in a right to work environment and you are represented by a union and you do not pay dues, you take advantage of the representation that a union brings you. And the representation that unions bring you is just objectively, it makes your we can see, like, we can look at the data. One of the things that folks like to say is facts don't care about your feelings. Okay, well, let's look at the facts. We can see that union workers make more. They have higher wages, something on the order of 14 to 25% higher wages. We can see that they have better benefits. They pay less for more health care. They have better retirements. Union workers are basically the only ones in this country that still have pensions. Where we don't have pensions, we still have better retirement plans. Unions create safer work environments. Union workplaces have something on the order of 80% fewer fatalities. Union nursing homes during the pandemic had a 40% lower patient mortality rate than non-union nursing homes. And this fellow's telling us that unions don't care about the customers. The patients in these nursing homes are the customers, and they die 40% less in union nursing homes. And the reason for that is because when these caretakers are able to have a voice on the job, they don't get, you don't go into nursing home work to get rich, right? You care about the people that you care about the work. And so when workers like nurses, like people in nursing homes, have the capability to speak for themselves, to have a voice on the job, they create safer working environments. And same with teachers. Their working environment is the students' learning environment. And so what are the things that teachers fight for? Much more often than not, along with raises, which they absolutely deserve, and everybody can agree that teachers do not make enough in this country, even harder than they fight for raises, they fight for smaller classroom sizes. They fight for more equipment in the classroom. They fight for nurses in schools. They fight for counselors in the schools because they care about their communities. They care about their students. And they it's just absurd on its face to believe that unions don't care about the communities and the patients and the customers. Unions, to say that unions don't care about the company, obviously there's some amount of tension there, which is right and good, because when executives, the profit is literally money that we workers create that we don't get. Okay, so what the executives make in profit is just wages that we don't get, wages that they take from us. But of course, if you don't have a company, then you don't have you don't have a job. Workers go out of their way. Like this I really have so little patience for this nonsense narrative of workers and unions being greedy, because we can look at the 2008 financial crisis and what did the workers give up that worked for the big three and the UAW, that worked for Ford and GM and Chevrolet. They gave up wages, they gave up benefits, they gave up health care to save the company. And on top of what the workers sacrificed, us as an American people paid for a bailout for these companies. And what did the executives sacrifice? Nothing. The executives didn't sacrifice a damn thing. They took bonuses after they received their bailouts. So I have no patience for this nonsense narrative about workers and unions being greedy, when the same executives at the same time, workers and their countrymen, are sacrificing to keep the companies afloat. They're taking bonuses, and it's like, get a grip. Get a grip, okay? I mean, like, it's absurd. And so, the idea that right to work is the idea that right to work is just about unions wanting to build their power for its own sake. Of course we want to build our power, but why do we want to build our power? Because we want better lives for our members, for ourselves, and for our communities. Right to work is just something to divide the working class. Right to work is just something to destroy worker power and shore up corporate power. It is the government. And the other thing is that, folks that advocate right to work say that they hate freeloading, of course, unless it's workers freeloading off of non-members freeloading off of union representation. They also say that they hate government intervention in the free market. They hate government intervention in contracts. They hate government intervention in working conditions. There are a myriad of conditions that you agree to have a job. You have, there is all sorts of conditions of employment that workplaces require. They require you to have degrees. They require you to have a uniform. They require you to have transportation. They require you to look a certain way. They require you to talk a certain way. All sorts of things that conservative free market types have no problem with. When workers get enough power in a workplace to mandate one thing as a condition of employment that employers and employees freely agree to, that one thing being you have to pay for the representation that a union provides, and thus this condition of employment being a condition that increases worker power, that is the only condition of employment that conservatives and Republicans have a problem with. Ask yourself why that is. Why is it that literally the only condition of employment that these free market fundamentalists have a problem with is the one condition of employment in America that we have that shores up worker power? Okay? And once you ask yourself why that is, and you answer honestly, the answer is that they don't actually have a principled commitment to free markets. They don't actually have a principled commitment to the freedom of private entities to agree to contracts. The reason is that they want to destroy worker power. They don't want us to get uppity. They don't want us to believe that we deserve better lives. They want us to be quiet and docile, and they want us to accept what we're given and to just accept it, and to be meek little servants that will do whatever they say without putting up a fight. That's what they want, okay? My announcement right up at the top. Don't forget, folks, the North Alabama DSA is holding a necessities drive this Saturday, today, and every Saturday from 3 to 5 p.m. at the IBEW Local 558 Union Hall on Clinton Avenue, right across from Yellowhammer and Campus 805 in Huntsville. So if you're in the area, you want to drop off some clothes, some non-perishable food items, blankets, PPE, then make sure you swing by the IBEW Union Hall right across from Yellowhammer and Campus 805 from 3 to 5 p.m. this Saturday and every Saturday. All donations are forwarded to the Manor House, so you know it's going to a good place. Local folks, everybody's familiar with the Manor House. They do excellent work. Good folks over there. So follow at DSA North Alabama on Twitter for more information. If you want to see what we're up to throughout the week, get our snide quips about the news of the day, then you should follow us on social media. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/The Valley Labor Report. We're on Twitter at Labor Reporters. I'm on Twitter at JacobM_AL. David is on Twitter at Radical Unionist. That's spelled RADICL Unionist. If you missed part of the show and want to go back and watch it later, you can search YouTube for The Valley Labor Report and subscribe to our channel. You can go back and watch the full show there, and we also clip the show. We clip segments and release them throughout the week, so if you just want to see us talk about one topic, we've got a whole back catalog of stuff on YouTube. We also upload the program on more than 11 different podcasting apps, so to see if we are on your listening platform of choice, you can go to thevalleylaborreport.transistor.fm/subscribe. We've got a website now where you can buy our fantastic union-made hats. That is thevalleylaborreport.org. They're great. I love them. You should get one. And finally, if you appreciate our work and want to help us stay on the air, consider throwing us a couple dollars a month on patreon.com/thevalleylaborreport. Oh, and one more thing about the hats. We've got them in now. We've been waiting for them to come in. We bought like 100 of them. So we've got them. David brought them today in his car. And so probably today I'll be for folks that order right now today or have already ordered, I'm probably going to try to go by the post office today and go ahead and get them out just because I know that there's a lot of folks that have been waiting a really long time. So we want to make sure that we get those out as soon as possible. So if you've ordered one before or you order one today, you can expect those in the mail pretty soon.